Hello and welcome to our video preview of Beyond Two Souls. I am Matthew Reynolds, Digital Spies gaming editor, and I am joined by Ben Lee, our entertainment reporter.
Hello.
And Ben, in this game you can play as a ghost.
Ooh, spooky.
Spooky indeed. This is Quantic Dream's latest, I think they describe it as like an interactive drama. And they previously made Heavy Rain and Fahrenheit, two games I'm really big fans of. And right now I'm playing as a ghost called Ivan. Or Aiden, I think. Or Aiden, they kind of pronounce it a bit funny in this game. So yeah, I'm currently playing as a ghost, and that's Ellen Page. And I'm just knocking the bottle off there. So what's happening right now? We're in a part of the game where she's on the run from sort of the CIA and the forces.
Okay.
And so I'm playing as a ghost, and I basically just can tool around in this little area. Basically, the game is kind of slotted up into different sort of gameplay styles. This is kind of like a more sandboxy area, which is something we haven't really seen in Heavy Rain before.
So what sort of impacts can you have playing as Aiden?
It's usually used for like puzzle solving, so you can sort of progress past areas. Like an early game example is an experiment where you're I'm playing as a younger version of Jodie Holmes, which is Ellen Page's character. You have to glide through a wall and guess like a character's cards. So basically you're kind of like proving your sort of abilities as a ghost whisperer or something, or you're linked to this ghost. And in this particular example you're just basically tooling around, and it allows you to experiment and just mess around. Kind of like with Heavy Rain, you could just go for a shave and drink orange juice and silly things like that.
Yeah.
You can basically, in this point, you can sort of roam around in first person. I'm currently using analog sticks and using the shoulder triggers to rise up and down.
So could you go through the segment without annoying all these people, all these lovely people?
Possibly, I don't know. The last time I did it, I think it kind of triggers that after a certain amount of time. So the game is like punctuated by these kind of more sandboxy, gamey elements. And I'm interested to see, because I've only played through maybe a third of the game, I guess, maybe 8-9 sequences. I didn't really review the game personally. Mark Langshaw did. He gave it a 5 out of 5. He absolutely loved it. And so far, I'm finding that, so for example, sorry to go back to the gameplay. So there's police looking for Jodie. Jodie's currently asleep. Where is she? Here she is. And I can now wake her up by doing this. Wake up Jodie. And I think most of these sections are linear, and I think, although we gave it 5 out of 5, the game has been fairly divisive so far.
Yeah, it's been really interesting to see the people's reaction towards this.
And I think that's partly because one of the main complaints is that that other people have been saying is that it's quite a linear game, and how the story is spliced up is like this is like not towards the end. This is like sort of, as I said, like a third through the game. You would jump between different times in Jodie's character, sort of a lifetime. And so as a result, you don't quite have like much of a influence on her story. There are multiple endings, but I don't really know what impact you can sort of have in shaping her and her decisions.
Right.
And this I am actually playing right now. One thing that's actually quite interesting compared to Heavy Rain is that there are less like on-screen prompts. So when it goes black and white like that and slows down, I'm nudging it up on the right analog stick.
Is it always up, or does it change?
So that's up because I'm moving up. So it's that I'm shaking the controller. And I'm moving up on the left analog stick to move her, and that's up there. Now she's coming there. But there are fight sequences in the game where, which I'll show in a sec. See those little balls there on the screen, those little dots?
Yeah.
That basically indicates you can use an analog stick here, and what direction you use it in dictates what sort of your action is. So here we go, I choose Aiden again. Sometimes it will flick to Aiden and her at certain points, and other times it'll do automatically like it did there. And so at certain points you can actually do it yourself. So that was a right analog stick push there. There's some weird stealth sections in the game which I don't think are actually quite that well pulled off, though you can actually choose between being Jodie and sneaking through sort of Metal Gear Solid style, and choosing some jumps at Aiden and distracting people.
So with these quick time events, do you get distracted by these quick time events that you're not really focusing too much on the action?
No, I think actually like this particular scene in this train, I was more engaged in the action because I can concentrate. I said that failed that, and that's right. I think puts me down. Sometimes, yeah, I suppose a negative is that it's not always apparent what direction you're meant to be sort of pushing the stick. So like generally the rule is if her arms are moving in a particular direction, that's the direction you press the stick.
Yeah.
But no, generally I don't think it gets in the way at all. I think if anything it kind of enhances the experience. It makes me observe the action more, which is a complaint Heavy Rain, right? You would just
Same with Fahrenheit as well.
yeah.
The game looks great though.
Yeah, it looks gorgeous.
Fantastic.
I mean, this is your first time seeing it, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and the animations are gorgeous. We haven't really had any sort of cutscenes per se in terms of like Jodie talking to anyone, but it looks the facial expressions are great. I think use of Ellen Page and also Willem Dafoe plays like a doctor who's sort of been with her throughout her life, sort of learning about her link to ghosts. And yeah, they're both a pleasure just to watch in the game.
Does having recognised Hollywood actors playing these like central parts, does it elevate the game in any way compared to like something like Heavy Rain?
A little bit. I think that the way they are used in the game, or the way sort of their acting is very, very good. It's very noticeable. It's stand out that they're actually very good in adding sort of like a bit more depth to the characters and a bit more personality. Whereas before, I think a lot of Heavy Rain characters are quite forgettable and just random and weird. Had some weird accents before, whereas now it's obviously this is very much recognisable faces, and they're really good at what they do. They're good actors, and it flows through to the game. And their facial expressions are fantastic. The facial capture is wonderful.
Yeah.
And that really comes through. That's basically Beyond Two Souls. I am really, really enjoying it so far. As I said, like I kind of prefer the choose your own adventure style of Heavy Rain. I don't know if that was the case with you.
I was kind of a bit bored of Heavy Rain. I thought it took a long time to get going. I mean, it looks a bit more action-packed from what you're showing me here. I mean, is this the case for like the rest of the game or bits that you've seen so far?
I think the way that it's structured, you jump between different points in her life, means that it kind of is the pacing's a bit better. Like you're doing more things all the time.
So it might hold my interest a bit better if I wasn't really into Heavy Rain.
I think so, and I think the story is a bit more unconventional because it's paranormal story, and she's also got special powers, and you're also going through more intimate moments of her life, like she's growing up as a child and as a teenager and trying to socialise and stuff. So all those kind of more low-key moments from Beyond are still there as well. So from Heavy Rain is still there as well. So I'm really enjoying it. I think if you didn't like Fahrenheit or didn't like Heavy Rain, this probably won't be sort of for you. But as a really big fan of the games and what they were trying to do, despite some of their flaws, I really like them, and so far I'm really enjoying this as well.
Awesome. I'll have to check this out.
Cool. This is out now, exclusive on PlayStation 3. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Ben, thank you very much for your time for joining me.
Thanks for showing this to me.
And we'll see you soon, and hopefully Jodie doesn't drown in this river. Goodbye.